welcome to Past Preserver. Today we're going to be putting this Storehouse 74 bin double-sided mobile parts rack together from Harbor Freight. I really like this idea. You got bolt bins on both sides. So we're going to get into this in between 55 and 99 pounds. Here's a few of the specs on it. You can pause and read. I'll leave a link below. It's at Harbor Freight. It's about $150, somewhere in there. And there were no videos on how this goes together, so let's get it open. Open the box up here. And we have another box, styrofoam, that can come out. So we'll fit in the back seat of a car. I brought it home in my Buick, so that's good to know. Of course, took up the entire back seat. Oh, that's something to take note of. All the screws are out and loose. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. I hope this hasn't been into before. Yeah, you might be on a wild goose chase trying to find all the bolts for your bolt bin. These kind of interlock, that's nice. You want to stack them, I guess. I will look over the manual before we get too far into this, so I tell you guys what to do correctly. We have a handle. See, that's a package. Someone's been into this. We may speed this footage. We might speed this footage up. So I went through and separated out all my bolts in the separate bins. You have these little brass screws, these bigger ones, nuts, some really long ones, 4 long ones, and then 2 that are like these, but they're a little bit longer. Now opening up this little brown box, you'll find our casters. We have 2 with brakes on them and 2 just normal ones, all 4 spin though. So what I would do personally, I'm going to put one with the brake here and one with the brake over there diagonally, so if I lock both of them, this thing shouldn't move. So what you're going to need is a number 10 wrench and a Phillips head screwdriver. I'm going to use a impactor here. Take your long bolt, you're going to feed it in through the top. The flat spot is the bottom on this.
I must say, putting this on its side is probably going to be the easiest way to do this. You want to put the bolt through, set your wheel on, and grab a nut. Start feeding it on. Personally, I wouldn't tighten anything real tight until we get all 4 in. So that's what we'll do. Now it's all loosely in place, we can take our wrench and our screwdriver and tighten everything down. Not too tight now, just a little bit. Now, repeat that step on the other 3, and it should be good to go.
Now that the wheels are on, we have a rolling base. The next step is going to be to put these uprights in. You have a wide bit and a little bit. The little bit just slots in right here. There are 2 holes on the side, 2 holes in this. And you take your long bolts, you should have 4 of them. I had to hunt around to find my other ones. Line them up and supposedly send them straight on through. If everything wanted to line up perfectly. There it goes. Then you put a nut on the other side. Do that for all 4 of them. And then you'll have these 2 standing up. So if you're following along at home, we should be here. Don't tighten these up all the way yet. You want a little looseness in them. So according to the instructions, the next thing we want to do is take these big flat pieces, they have these little notches in them, and line them up like so. and they just click in like that on both sides. So do that all the way up. Okay, something that doesn't mention any instructions is all these little holes need to be lined up. So when you're putting these slots in, make sure they're all on the bottom. Now it'll make a little bit more sense to you. These bars have a long bit and a short bit on each end. What you want is the long bit going down like this. So what you're going to do is feed this up behind here. Again, make sure all these holes are down. If I did it straight, it would be good. Like that, and then all those little holes will line up, and all you do is go through and put a bunch of little screws in. And you have 3 on this side, 3 on that side to do. I highly recommend getting a drill because these are pretty long screws. I'd start them in finger loose first and then send them in with the drill. Starting to look like a rack now. The next step is going to give this thing a little support. You have these 4 bars here. And what you're going to do, you're going to take, you have 2 long. What you're going to do is take your longer screw, you'll have 2 of these, and they'll go up here in this high bit. You'll take your shorter screws and a screw and a nut, and you're just going to overlap these and hook them into there on both sides. Like that. Done, it should look like that and be a lot more sturdy. Now we're ready to put the top on. There's a nice little tape measure on both sides, inches and centimeters, so whichever side you want outward facing, I make sure to set it up that way. And all you do is you click this down in the middle. There's 2 holes here, 2 holes there, and you'll take your little screws, put them in with the nuts on the back. Real simple. Now you should have 2 screws left and your handle. Now how this handle works, it's fairly simple. You have the center grip and 2 little tabs, and those just screw into either side. You can have it on this side or that side with these 2 screws. So what I think the easiest way to do this is going to be, come in, start with the bottom one, get it in there a ways. Then put the handle on, the top bit, and we can line up the top hole. Which does not have a hole drilled in it. Uh-oh, that's not good. They forgot to drill a hole in this one. Well, we're going to have to fix that, aren't we? Well, hopefully yours doesn't have this problem. We're going to try and just eyeball the center here. Now let's try and put it on there. I'm sure some people probably would have returned this, but not coming this far assembled, I'm not. Also, I'm not against fixing things. So we're just gonna get this screw started in here. That wasn't quite perfect. I had to holler it out a little bit. And now we can tighten them in. Yeah, I know I kind of tore those out. But I have a nice little handle to haul it around with. Bend those in a little bit. Not really. Pretty springy. There we go. Now you know what we can do? We can start putting all of this mess on it. Woohoo! I am just going to jump cut on that. I'm sure you guys don't want to see all of that. We'll go over how one goes in though. So here's a little refresher as to what we're looking at. It is a row of yellow, 2 rows of blue, 2 rows of red. You have that on each side. How this works is basically this little lip here on each one of these just slides over, and you can put this anywhere you want. It doesn't matter. It just slips over the metal there and holds stuff into place. Take a look at that. Doesn't she look good? So this is kind of my plan with this. These all just fit in like that, and that's kind of a downside because if you want to take one of these out, you might come up and knock out the one above it, so be careful. Hopefully once you get some weight in these, they won't pop up as easily. But yeah, you just do it like that. There's a little lip on each one of these and they just go over. Like I say, if you want the yellows on the top, you can do that. I just set it up how the box had it for display purposes. I might move it around. And you got a little tray down here you can still put stuff on, and a table on top, which I'm thinking I might get one of those smaller ones and put it up here for more storage. I don't know yet. But here's the plan with this. It'll butt up against the wall pretty good because everything's within that base, and just have it so I can open it up like a door and get stuff on the other side, put it right back out of the way. So just treat it like a cabinet almost. So that's the plan. I'm going to get this thing loaded up in the future. So this here was $159.99. I think it's worth it. Just keep an eye out if you need to drill a hole. Keep that in mind, or if your screws, make sure they're all there. They really should have all been in that bag. But overall, I think it's going to do pretty good. 8,400 cubic inches of storage. So that's going to do it for this video. If you have any questions, let me know. If you run into any problems, let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Sure Harbor Freight like to hear about it. I hope they see this video and hear about that and the screws. So I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and subscribe for more. So for those of you staying around for the end, we're kind of getting there with the shop. We've got cabinets moving in. Air compressor doesn't have to be over here. I've got air line run across to there. We got power. Gonna have that air line come up over here, have a little junction off so I can have air on this side of the building, air on that side of the building. We're gonna have Ethernet, internet out here. I'm wanting to get into doing live streams on restoring stuff. I got my toolbox brought in. I'm gonna have to get more toolboxes. Yeah, there's definitely not enough space here between this one and that little one compared to all the stuff I have to go in here. Ain't gonna work out. But we have a nice couple areas to work in. I need to get more lighting set up, of course. We're getting there. This is a project that's been ongoing, and that's been why there's been such a lack of upload of videos on the channel. But like I say, we're getting there. So I will see you in the next one. Look forward to more. Have a great day.